Hey Scott, this is David with Artisan Revere. Thanks again for your order. I just want to run you through the QC inspection that we perform on every single knife. This is your Midnight Black chef's knife, and I can just, as I'm cutting this magazine paper, I can just hear how toothy this edge is. Let's do the rest of the QC inspection. So first thing I'm going to do is make sure that the pins, these four, are nice and flush with the handle. They are. I'm going to inspect the handle, make sure there's no gaps between the black Richlite, the white G10, and the Tang. There aren't any. I'm going to feel, especially in the front of the handle, I want this nice and soft like it is. I'm going to check in this section here that's called the choil. We want that nice and rounded over and soft so it's comfortable in hand. Same thing for the spine of the blade, which I'm feeling right now. That's great. I'm going to do a visual inspection on the edge to make sure it's nice and even. Yeah, this is a beautiful edge. And I'm going to run it through my fingernail as my final test. Well, actually, one more test. Let's check the flex on this. This is a fantastic little knife, or, well, medium-sized knife, I should say. A couple more pointers. When you store your knife in the leather sheath, please make sure you match up the AR on the blade and the AR on the leather sheath. That's for two reasons. Number one, it has some friction this way. And number two, there is a leather welt on the bottom of the sheath. There is not one on the top of the sheath, and that's going to prevent you from cutting through it. You can fit this knife in upside down. However, it will fall right out, okay? And it also would potentially cut through the stitching on the top of the knife. So again, AR. Last thing, if you want to store your knife on a magnet, which is the way that we recommend in-home storage, unless you're traveling, of course, use the leather sheath. Put the spine of the blade onto the magnet and then rotate it on, okay? When you're going to take it off, rotate the edge off and then pull it off this way. That way you never want the edge of your knife hitting your magnet, especially if it's a metal magnet, or sorry, let me clarify, especially if there's no wood covering the magnet, right? So and that's that'll ensure that your knife stays sharper significantly longer. Before I ship this knife out, I'm going to clean it. I'm going to re-oil it. I keep a little terry cloth like this infused with food grade mineral oil on it. That's what I'm going to use to apply the mineral oil, and then I'm going to ship it out to you. So you will have this in just a couple of days. Thank you very much for your order. I appreciate it.